Tom Pelissero, I'll give you the same question. The sources that you speak to telling you this team nobody's talking about enough, or hey, what do you know about them? Because I'm getting a little nervous that they might actually be as good as I'm hearing. What do you got for me on that front?
I mean, this is a team that made the playoffs last year, but I don't think that there's been enough discussion about the L.A. Chargers just because of how talented teams in the league view that roster to be. Now, they are in transition. They brought in Kellen Moore to run the offense. We know the numbers that Kellen Moore's offenses in Dallas have put up. And I know that, there's this hyper focus on what happened in the playoff game last year against Jack second half when they let the lead slip away here. But, that kind of has overshadowed the fact that, in my opinion, Brandon Staley was a Coach of the Year candidate a year ago. I mean, you look at the games that they won, and yes, they've got Justin Herbert as a really bright young quarterback, but they did it with, their top three receivers were almost never all healthy at the same time. You had the left tackle, Rashawn Slater, who's one of the best young offensive linemen in the game, missed almost the entire season. J.C. Jackson, who they gave a boatload of money to in free agency, basically missed the entire season. Derwin James was beat up. Joey Bosa missed a whole bunch of time. Without some of their best players, I mean, just think of that list. You're almost getting a bunch of extra free agents or draft picks back on a team that somehow still last year won 10 games, and now brings on an offensive coordinator who's really got a strong track record within the NFL. They still got to get through the Chiefs. As Brandon Staley pointed out when I had him on your show last week, they've played the Chiefs tough. I mean, if you look at their history against them since Staley's been there over 2 seasons, they've given Kansas City some really good games here. So does that mean that they can potentially take them down in the AFC West? Can they push for the AFC Conference Championship? That all remains to be seen, just because, the Chiefs, like Patrick Mahomes there, deserve to be the Super Bowl favorite pretty much every season from now until his 40th birthday. But if you just look at what they've got on paper, and I didn't even mention the draft where they, added to that basketball room they got in the wide receiver room, it's a really impressive group, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Chargers-Chiefs continues to be one of the epic budding rivalries in the NFL.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, Chiefs-Chargers first game is Week 7 when the Chargers are at Kansas City. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.